Mr. Lamb had arrived in Australia as a refugee after the Vietnam War. He remained in Australia but never obtained Australian citizenship. While here, he formed a relationship and had two daughters. Mr. Lamb had a gambling habit which led him into serious debt, which led him to selling drugs. He was jailed from 1995 until 2000 for trafficking in heroin. His daughters lived with relatives because their mother had disappeared after Mr. Lamb was jailed and had no contact with any of them. When Mr. Lamb was approaching release, the Immigration Department reviewed his visa on the basis that he may not be of good character. Under the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child, the department was required to consider the best interests of Lamb's two daughters in making this decision. Mr. Lamb had already supplied a letter by Mrs. Tran, who was looking after the children. The department's response included the following: "Would you therefore kindly provide the full name, address and telephone number of the children's carers? The department wishes to contact them in order to assess your relationship with the children and the possible effects on them of a decision to cancel your visa." The department did not ultimately contact Mrs. Tran. The minister cancelled Mr. Lamb's visa, which meant he would need to either leave the children in Australia or take them to Vietnam. He argued that the department's letter had created a legitimate expectation that they would consult with Mrs. Tran, and that their failure to do so was a breach of procedural fairness. The High Court disagreed. They expressed the view that legitimate expectation, a concept which had come to prominence in an earlier case, was being misused, and that the concept of procedural fairness could stand alone without requiring the concept of legitimate expectation at all. Justice Callanan said, "The expression legitimate expectation is an unfortunate one and apt to mislead. In the case of Teo, it was with respect a complete misnomer. Moreover, the necessity for the invention of the doctrine is questionable. The law of natural justice has evolved without the need for recourse to any fiction of legitimate expectation." As a result, in administrative law, a legitimate expectation no longer automatically creates rights in relation to natural justice or procedural fairness. Any expectations are just a part of the circumstances surrounding the decision which is being assessed.